Greetings, today is Thursday, November 14, 2024. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 5 p.m. local time in Honduras, where today has marked the start of an intense rain event expected to last throughout the weekend, likely causing floods, landslides, and potentially a disaster across the northern part of the country. This is associated with what is now Tropical Storm Sara, which is located just northeast of Honduras and is expected to move very slowly over the next 48 to 72 hours. Gradually shifting westward until eventually reaching Belize and the southern Yucatán Peninsula by Monday or Tuesday. In this satellite animation, you can see that Tropical Storm Sara circulation is quite extensive, which is also causing rain for the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and eventually, heavy rain events are also expected for Costa Rica, Panama, western Nicaragua, southern Honduras, and parts of El Salvador. In this video, I'll provide an update on the latest projections from intensity and track models, as well as on the expected rainfall accumulations across Central America and parts of the Yucatán Peninsula over the next few days. This afternoon, a hurricane reconnaissance plane investigated the area and found that this tropical cyclone is already generating some tropical storm force winds, which is why it was classified as Tropical Storm Sara. Let's look at the latest track projections according to specialized models. Over the next 24 hours, Tropical Storm Sara is projected to move westward, passing very close to the northern coast of Honduras or over parts of the coast, and this proximity to Honduras will somewhat limit its strengthening. However, it is still forecasted to gradually intensify over the next few days before reaching Belize. While most models continue to project gradual strengthening and that it will remain a weak to moderate tropical storm over the weekend, it is important to stay alert to any northward shift in its movement, which could allow better conditions for strengthening. In fact, some models this afternoon now show that it cannot be ruled out that it could reach Belize as a Category 1 hurricane between Sunday and Monday. Some rapid intensification models project that it could significantly strengthen over the next 24 hours, though at this time, this is the less likely scenario and would only occur if it deviates more northward than projected. However, note that we have strong consensus among members of the GFS model ensemble, all of which maintain this track just north of Honduras and keep it as a tropical storm until it reaches Belize and the southern Yucatán Peninsula. Additionally, the members of the European model ensemble agree with these projections. So at this time, we do not anticipate it reaching Category 1 hurricane strength. However, we also cannot rule out some additional strengthening if it takes a path slightly farther from the Honduran coast. Regardless of how close it gets to the northern coast of Honduras, the rain event has already begun, and over the next 3 to 4 days, rainfall totals could exceed 800 or 900 millimeters in parts of the northern and northwestern regions of the country, with the heaviest rain expected on Friday and Saturday. Therefore, it is important for residents of Honduras to stay in safe areas and away from flood-prone zones. Furthermore, from Sunday to Tuesday, as it crosses over Belize and the Yucatán Peninsula, heavy rain is expected to impact western Nicaragua, southern Honduras, and parts of southern and eastern El Salvador, with rainfall accumulations of 150 to 200 millimeters in these areas. For parts of northern Nicaragua, Belize, Quintana Roo, Campeche, and eastern and northern Guatemala, 100 to 150 millimeters are expected over the next 4 to 5 days. Thus, rain is our main concern and what could cause a disaster across the region. On the other hand, wind effects are expected to be minimal since we are dealing with a weak to moderate tropical storm. The American model projects some wind gusts between 50 and 60 kilometers per hour, which may impact coastal areas of Belize and northern Honduras, but again, wind is not expected to be a major issue as long as it does not strengthen beyond projections. Now, let's look at the latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center. First, note that a tropical storm warning is still in effect for the entire Caribbean coast of Honduras, where some tropical storm conditions are expected. The National Hurricane Center forecasts that it will maintain a slow westward path at least until midday Saturday before starting a turn toward the west-northwest, and eventually moving into Belize on Sunday afternoon. Currently, it is projected to reach Belize as a weak or moderate tropical storm, then cross over the southern Yucatán Peninsula between Sunday and Monday and dissipate before reaching the Gulf of Mexico. Now, let's see the latest projections from the global models, starting with the American model. It shows Tropical Storm Sara strengthening slightly over the next 24 to 48 hours but staying close enough to the Honduran coast to limit further intensification. The model maintains it as a weak tropical storm until it reaches Belize on Sunday afternoon, then dissipates the cyclone as it moves over the Yucatán Peninsula between Monday and Tuesday. The European model also agrees with this projection, keeping Tropical Storm Sara weak over the next 3 days, reaching Belize by Sunday afternoon and then dissipating before reaching the Gulf of Mexico. Additionally, none of the models currently show a tropical cyclone impacting Florida, so Florida residents should not be concerned about a tropical cyclone impact. The German model also aligns with this projection, showing a moderate tropical storm moving parallel to the northern coast of Honduras before eventually reaching Belize by Sunday afternoon. Well, that's all for this forecast update. In general, we don't have any significant changes compared to this morning's forecast, except that we'll be watching for any northward deviation that could allow it to reach Belize stronger than expected. Meanwhile, in Honduras, the rain event has already begun and will continue at least through Sunday and Monday. Residents in Panama, Costa Rica, northern and western Nicaragua, eastern El Salvador, southern Honduras, northern and eastern Guatemala, Belize, and the southern Yucatán Peninsula should also take precautions due to possible flooding during this weekend and the start of next week. Here on Hurricane Info, I'll continue with this special coverage, so the next video will be recorded early tomorrow morning. To ensure you don't miss these videos, please check if you're subscribed to my channel, and if not, subscribe and click the bell icon to receive notifications when I post new videos. Well, that's all for now. See you in the next video. Goodbye.